Hello everybody, welcome back to LAB. I've got lots of new subscribers this week, so a very warm welcome to all of you. For those of you who are new, I'm Chrissie Wolfe. I am a solicitor at a large firm in Birmingham. I don't claim to be an expert, I'm not a recruiter, but I've put together a few videos of my experience of the training contract process, which will hopefully help you if you're going through the same thing. So the last couple of weeks I've done videos for those of you who are fortunate enough to have been put through to an assessment day or an interview. So hopefully you guys are all set until I do my next video in a few weeks about how to convert your vacation placement into a training contract. So this video is more for those of you who aren't at that stage of the process. Either because you're not applying for vacation schemes this year because you're too early in your education or you're not ready to apply this year, or because you are in the same position that I was in final year of uni, whereby you've applied for loads of vacation placements but you haven't got through. So this video is just a few things that maybe you could be doing in this period if you feel like you're losing faith. So scenario one, if you've applied and you haven't got through. So this can be a really depressing period when a lot of your friends are going through to interviews and assessment days and you can feel a little bit down in the dumps around this period, but this is a really common situation. So this is a really good time to have a look through your application forms and see where you think you went wrong, because there are a lot of applications still open for the training contract process, which doesn't actually close in the most part until the end of June or July this year. And for most firms, applying for the vacation placement and not getting through is not a barrier to applying for the training contract. So it's a really good time to have a look at your applications and see where you think you went wrong. In most cases, you won't get any feedback from the firm to the application stage, unfortunately. But in some cases, you might have put your application form in a long time ago and you might already realise how you can improve upon it for the training contract application process. So have a look through and see what you can pick out. Everybody's struggles are going to be different, so I'm not going to go through individual pitfalls. I've done a couple of different videos on that already anyway. But I would say if you think your hang-up might be academic, this is a really good period to try and focus on your studying, because the more you can evidence that perhaps one set of A-levels which are poor is just a blip in your education, the better. So if you can show that all your other academics are great and it's just one incident where you didn't do so well, then that will really help you at the interview stage. If you're looking through your application form and you really can't see where you went wrong, you think you've put everything in there, all the work experience, all the academics, all the reasons why you want to apply to that firm, then maybe have a think about whether this firm is really right for you. I know you don't want to hear that if this is your dream firm that you're applying to, but in some cases you might just not be the right fit for that firm. So I'd recommend doing some more research and trying to speak to more people from the firm to see if there's something that you're missing about the firm that that recruiter is looking for in the trainee. And this is a really good opportunity between now and the end of June or July, if you're trying to apply for the training contract, to kind of get that gel in place, because that might be the one thing that's missing. Scenario two then, if you're at a slightly different stage of the process where you haven't applied this year, then this is a really good opportunity to use the term time to really build your network. I know I always go on about networking, but it's so important, as this is a really good time to do that, because when you do come back in September, you'll find there is so much going on. You're potentially at a new uni, you're studying new things, you're meeting new people, and you're going to find that those vacation scheme application deadlines come around so quickly. So you really want to use the time now to kind of bolster your application form and bolster your employability. There is time over the summer, but I would recommend using that for work experience rather than trying to network, because you will find there is a bit of a drought in terms of the networking opportunities that are open to you over the summer period, because everything quietens down, you're not at uni, you're not exposed to that many opportunities. So really try and focus on that now, because it will save you so much anxiety when you go back in September. In terms of networking opportunities, then definitely sign up to your university or college's law society. There will nearly always be one. Some are bigger than others, but get in touch with the president of the law society, who is normally a second or third year student, who will be able to advise you of all the opportunities that are available. And I can't emphasize this enough, how important it is to go to all of these opportunities that are presented to you, because it gives you a chance to meet people who are already in the industry, which will stand you in such good stead for your application forms. And it will also help you to understand what type of lawyer you want to be, what type of firm you want to work for, what type of areas of law you are potentially interested in, and to ask some more inside info about the firms and about the industry in general, which you can't get from studying. Outside of uni, I would also suggest joining some kind of law society. We have the Birmingham Law Society here, which is brilliant. There are so many opportunities that are presented by the Law Society, and joining something that is extra to university or college is a really good asset to have, because it shows you're going out there and you're looking for other opportunities outside of your university. Most law societies will run a series of events and programmes which are really useful for you to join in on. Here in Birmingham, we run a lunch club at the Birmingham Law Society, and the next speaker is Lord Lieutenant John Crabtree, who is a really fascinating guy, and he used to be the ex-managing partner at Rag & Co, which is now Gowling's WLG. So he is a really useful person to meet and talk to, and he's so influential. There are lots of local law societies all around the country, so I can't comment on what all of them do, but doing something like that is so helpful. For students, our membership is £25 a year, I think, and it's really worthwhile doing just to meet other lawyers in your locality. And we have lots of other societies in Birmingham. There's Birmingham Futures as well, Birmingham Aspire. There are so many good opportunities for young professionals here, and there will be the same wherever you are based. So go out and look for those opportunities, because they are waiting for you, and they are what can really stand your application out from the rest and from everybody else. So really put some time into social media as well. It's a great place to find out what's going on. So follow people in your local area, follow lawyers in your local area, follow law societies, young professional societies, anywhere that is broadcasting information, and then you can go and sign up to free seminars and meet new people. This is such an important time to be doing that. If you are looking for work experience, this is another area where a lot of people perhaps think they might have weaknesses on their application form. So over the Easter holidays is a really good time to get more work experience if you are not studying or you've got some free time around your studying. Most big law firms don't offer ad hoc work experience. Most of it is through the formal vacation scheme placement, but it's worthwhile asking anyway. If you don't know, if you don't ask, if you don't ask, you don't get. So definitely, if there's a firm that you really want to get some experience of, that you really love, then just ask them if they offer ad hoc work experience. Normally the answer is no, but sometimes it's yes. If you can't get work experience in a larger firm, then try and get some work experience in a smaller firm, because you will find that I just sent off loads of speculative letters to local law firms. I didn't have that many connections in the legal industry, and I wanted to get more experience. So I just sent off letters. I googled local law firms, found out who the managing partner was, wrote a letter to him, just explained my situation, that I was really trying to get some extra work experience. And for the most part, you won't get a response at all, but you'll find that in some cases you will, and people are more than happy for you to come along and shadow them for a day. And it's such a good opportunity, not only as an example of something to put on your application form, but also for you to get a feel for different types of law firm, different areas of law, and really find out what's right for you. So try and do that over the Easter holidays or over the summer as well. Try and get that in place now, because loads of people will be looking for work experience over the summer. So if you're a little bit ahead of the game, you're more likely to get a placement. In terms of other opportunities, there are still some law fairs dotted around here and there. Most of them are out of the way now and will commence again in the next academic year. But if there are any to go to, then I definitely encourage you to go and do some research before you go. Even if you're in first year and you're not really sure what you're doing yet, it's a really useful opportunity to make an impact on these people that are from the firms. So do a little bit of internet research before you go, so you can really make the best of the opportunity of meeting people from the firm, to find out things that you can't find out from the internet. So really what I'm trying to say is that even though it can seem like a really disheartening time because you put all your effort into your applications and perhaps you haven't got through, if you're in that situation, don't feel disheartened. This is just an extra opportunity to add to your CV essentially and make your applications even better for next year. If you are in a position where maybe you think this is your last chance to apply because you're doing the LPC or something like that, then it really isn't. There are other ways of getting into law now. I am going to do a whole separate video about the SQE and what that means a little bit later on. But also think about paralegaling experience. If you think that you are really disheartened by the whole application process, then paralegal experience is invaluable for future applications for training contracts. You are a really valuable candidate if you've had some paralegal experience. So have a look into that if you are coming to the end of your LPC year, or you're coming to the end of your law degree and you think you want some experience before you go through to the LPC, then have a look for those opportunities as well. But this is really not a depressing time. It's just an extra period of time for you to consider your strategy for how you're going to come at it next time round. And the more experience you can get of the process, of meeting people, all of that, then the better. So really try and use this opportunity, particularly while you're still in the term time, and have access to all those opportunities to bolster your position for next year. I hope that video has been helpful. As usual, please leave me comments, give me feedback, subscribe if you want to hear more of this from me, and please do let me know if you've got any ideas for future videos or any questions you want to ask me, because I want to do another Q&A as well if you guys are up for that. So good luck with the rest of your legal journey for the next couple of weeks, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.